Thanksgiving is days away. Groceries are high as giraffe. The economy is on fire. And money is tight for just about everybody. You don't need to pay $20 plus for one single damn pie. Tonight, I'm gonna show you how to make 2 sweet potato pies for less than $10. What up though? I'm Bree, and this is Baked After Dark. So apparently, me saying that there's a place in Detroit that has nasty ass sweet potato pie ruffled quite a bit of feathers. A lot of people have a lot of things to say in my comments. Some of them agreed, and some of them told me I was being negative and being a hater. And some people even question what makes me the authority on sweet potato pie. They ain't never heard of me. They ain't never seen me before. How dare I make such a claim? Roll the clip.
Bree, yes, that was the best sweet potato pie I've ever tasted. And you balanced it quite nicely with the spices. Thank you.
Now that we got that out the way, let's get started. Tonight, we're building this sweet potato pie from the crust up. If you've already watched my peach cobbler recipe, then you know how easy it is to make crust from scratch. My rule of thumb is to always make 2 sweet potato pies because 1 is literally never enough. And honestly, 2 is never enough. In my family, I usually have to make a full one for one of my nephews to have to himself, otherwise it's gonna be a fight. So tonight's recipe is to make 2 sweet potato pies, which means we have to make 2 crusts, or a double crust recipe. We're gonna start off with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar plus 1 teaspoon of salt. The sugar is optional, the salt is not. To that, I'm gonna add 2 sticks of butter. To make this a little easier on myself, I'm actually gonna dice up the butter. This is cold butter because cold butter and cold water is gonna give us a flaky pie crust. So this is our flour, sugar, salt, and butter. I'm gonna take our pastry cutter. If you don't have a pastry cutter, you can do this with a fork. And we're just gonna go ahead and blend the butter with the flour mixture until the butter is worked down into pea-sized pieces. We have our butter blended into our flour. Now I'm gonna add, this is ice water. We're gonna be using this to bring our dough together. I'm not gonna use this whole cup and a half. I'm probably only gonna use about 1 cup. I'm gonna slowly add my water because I can always add more water. I can't take more water out. If we add too much water to our crust, it's gonna have a much higher shrinkage and shrink away from our pie pan. We don't want that. So you can see it's just starting to come together. I'm getting these bigger clumps, but it's still falling away quite a bit. Before the glove police come, in this scenario, you need to feel what's going on. Like right now, I can feel that my dough is still too wet, but I think I'm done pouring water in. And I'm just gonna keep working the flour in to soak up some of that water. And I'm trying to move fast because we don't want our butter to start melting. You'll know that your dough is coming together when you're getting less loose flour. It's cleaning the bowl. Our dough is well formed. I'm gonna just cut it in half to pre-portion it. Then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator so that it can chill and firm while we make our filling. What makes a good sweet potato pie? In my opinion, it's a couple elements. The first is the crust, which we just made. For me, the pre-made, store-made crust just don't taste right. It's like I can taste the chemicals and the preservatives in it. You might not be so particular about pie crust, or maybe you don't taste the preservatives. So if you want to skip that step and move right to the filling, this part is free. The most important thing is the sweet potatoes. Not just the kind that you choose, but how you cook them. So for me, I prefer these. These are red garnet sweet potatoes. They're rich, they're That's just it. They're rich. I don't know what else to say. I like how these taste. I know a lot of people like to boil their sweet potatoes for sweet potato pie. I don't know, something about boiling the potatoes, like they taste a little bland. It makes your filling a little too runny. I prefer to roast them. And I'm gonna show you how I like to do it and tell you what you can do instead. First of all, if you decide that you want to microwave them, that's completely fine. My beef with microwaving them is that sometimes the ends get hard and you can't use it. And I ain't trying to waste no food. To me, it's really just not worth the convenience. So if you want, you can absolutely microwave these. Follow your microwave for potato instructions and go the same. My preferred method is to take the whole potato, wash it of course, and poke holes all through. Then take foil. Then take and wrap the potato in foil. And roast it in the oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. You can actually split the potato down the side, put it on a cookie sheet, cut side down, and bake at 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. My sweet potatoes are out of the oven and cool. And now I'm just gonna peel the skin off. That is one sweet potato. Second sweet potato. So maybe you're not sure of the size of your sweet potatoes. How much sweet potatoes do I get? How do I know how much sweet potatoes to use to the recipe? How do I scale it? Great question. This is about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. So I like to think of it as like, I like to visualize the sweet potatoes as like in the pie, right? It'd be like, okay, like when I'm in the store buying them, like, okay, how's this gonna look in my pie crust? And then I think of like adding, you know, my evaporated milk and my eggs and my this and my that to just kind of try to visualize. So 1.5 pounds. So if you have like smaller sweet potatoes, it might take you 3 sweet potatoes. Or if you have really small ones, it might take you 4. Big ones like the one that I used, you only need 2. So 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of sweet potatoes is as close as I can give you of like how many sweet potatoes to use. Of course, if you're gonna make more pies, you wanna scale up and scale the recipe up accordingly. It's a very easy recipe to scale up and make more pie. At this point, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a potato masher, you can use a blender. I'm not gonna blend this because I like my sweet potato pie to have a little bit of texture to it. So when I make my pumpkin pie, pumpkin is very stringy, so I needed to blend that up so that I wasn't eating like bites of a pumpkin string. We don't have that same issue with sweet potato pie, so I'm not gonna blend it as much. I'm gonna use my whisk attachment on my mixer to just get this mashed up. And these sweet potatoes are so fragrant already. We can start adding our flavors. We're gonna start with a 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar. Next, this is a key ingredient, and I cannot stress this enough. If your sweet potato pie filling still look like this when you take it out the oven, it's light skin. It's not good. I don't want it, okay? Don't have enough flavor to it. You need brown sugar, okay? But not just brown sugar, you need dark brown sugar, because dark brown sugar has more molasses. Molasses gives it a fuller flavor, a more layered, full body flavor. It's not just sweet, it's sweet with a purpose. That's what makes the difference between a good dessert or a decent dessert or okay dessert and a great dessert. It's not just sweet, it's flavor balance. So in my recommendation, you need a 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. If you don't have dark brown sugar, you can use light brown sugar, or if you somehow have no brown sugar but have molasses, I recommend doing a full cup of white sugar and 2 tablespoons of molasses, okay? That's gonna make up for your brown sugar. This is 1 stick of butter. I'm gonna pour it over in here. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, not flavoring, not imitation, real vanilla extract. It's important. Next critical element is the spices. Cinnamon alone is not enough. Cinnamon alone is not enough. Cinnamon alone is not enough. Okay? I need you to season that thing. Okay? You got some ancestors? Cool. Call them to the kitchen. Listen when they tell you to stop. Okay? My preferred seasoning blend is cinnamon, allspice, cloves, and nutmeg. So these are my spices minus the nutmeg. I'm gonna add those. And this is nutmeg. This is fresh nutmeg. I'm gonna grind it right into the bowl. I'm gonna use this side of my grater, which is the microplaning side, and I'm gonna grate this right into the bowl. Fresh grated nutmeg makes so much of a difference in your sweet potato pie, like you would not believe. I feel like because people don't use nutmeg a lot throughout the year, they only use it in this holiday window. By the time it's time for you to use it, it'd be stale. Using fresh nutmeg, you eliminate that completely because it's freshly ground. It makes so much of a difference. If you really want to level up your sweet potato pie, grind some nutmeg in there fresh and thank you. I'm gonna tell you this, nutmeg is one of them ones where it can get overpowering real quick. Notice I've not put any egg or any cream in here just yet. That's for a reason. Now that our nutmeg is added to the party, I'm gonna get this blended one more time. This is a trick that my aunt taught me when she was teaching me how to make sweet potato pie. You want to, before you start adding your egg and your cream, taste your spices. Make sure that it's sweet enough that it actually tastes a little too sweet and a little too spiced, because the eggs and the cream are gonna dilute what you just did just a little bit. So if it feels perfect before you add the egg and the cream, add just a little bit more. I feel like I need a little bit more fresh ground nutmeg, so I'm gonna grind some more up in there. Now that I've confirmed that my spices are exactly the level that I want them to be at, I'm going to beat 2 eggs. Get our mixer started, and then I'm gonna add the 2 eggs that I did. This is 1.5 cups of evaporated milk, not sweetened condensed milk. Do not get them confused. This is what you need. Sweetened condensed milk is gonna make your pie way too sweet because it has a ton of sugar in it, and I don't want nobody calling, commenting, and telling me how my pie recipe ain't shit and I can't talk shit because you fucked up. Evaporated milk, not sweetened condensed. This is our filling. This is the consistency that I like mine, where it's loose but not runny. It's pourable, but it still has texture. Okay, our pie crusts are ready for us to roll out and line our pie pans. Let's get started. I just lightly dusted my surface with flour. Roll it out. You want to turn as you roll. So like turn 90 degrees, roll. That way you get even thickness all the way around your circle. I've rolled my pie crust to about 10 inches in diameter. It's about, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick. I'm gonna roll it around my rolling pin and then unroll it over my pie crust, over my pie pan. This is an 8-inch pie pan. I'm not not a person that likes the fork marks around the edge of the crust. I think it looks hideous and terrible and tagged in this house. I'm gonna take my index finger and my thumb and I'm gonna pinch my way all the way around my pie crust. So first pinch, and then I'm gonna put my thumb where my index finger just was and pinch. And do that all the way around till I get back to my first pinch. Now that our pie crust is scalloped all the way around, I'm gonna take a paring knife and cut away the excess. My oven is preheated, so my kitchen is warm. I don't want my butter to start melting, so I'm actually gonna pop this back in the refrigerator while I work on my second crust. Then I'll fill them together and put them in the oven together. This is our filling. It smells amazing. And I'm ladling it in because I want to be careful not to get any filling on the actual ends of the crust. Last bit, take some foil. And I'm gonna tear like kind of thin pieces. Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees and we're gonna bake these for about 45 minutes. Then we're gonna take the foil off and bake them for the last 15 minutes. Let's get them in the oven. That's it. We just made a sweet potato pie. She's melanated, she's spiced, she smells delicious, and if you followed my instructions, she's gonna be a hit on your Thanksgiving table. I like to make my pies a day ahead because they always taste better the next day. So bake them, let them sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then dig in. But we want to cut one right now. This is our pie. Perfect. Our sweet potato pie is seasoned. Man, it just smells so good. This shit smells like home and holidays. I want to bottle it. The flavors ain't even had a chance to marinate for real, and already, and y'all probably like, Bree, you always talking about the next day. Some things just taste better the next day. For example, spaghetti. I don't know, it's just something about the spices infusing, over time that just really elevates some things. And sweet potato pie is one of those things. And that freshly ground nutmeg, that tablespoon of vanilla, I know it seemed like a lot, but we made 2 whole pies with that one batch of filling. So that's really like a teaspoon and a half. It's not the vanilla, the fresh ground nutmeg, the cinnamon, and making sure like you have them other spices, the clove. If your sweet potato pie is lighter than me, don't nobody want it, okay? See how my sweet potato pie is not orange like a pumpkin, brown sugar. My good guys, I didn't even show y'all. Look how flaky that pie crust is. Do you see it? Do you see it? Bitch. Well, y'all, that's our show. I hope y'all had a good time tonight because I had a blast. I hope this was helpful and that it made sweet potato pie a lot less intimidating. If you follow my instructions, I promise you'll end up with a pie that you'll be proud to put on your Thanksgiving table. It's so simple. It's so easy. Just listen to the ancestors and see. Follow the show on all platforms at Official Baked After Dark. I'm your host, Bree, and I'll see y'all next week with a recipe straight from the 90s and an apron to match. Y'all have a very happy Thanksgiving. Be safe, celebrating the holiday, and stay sweet. Bye, y'all.